Anyway, so yeah, I'm like, just like, end up walking to school or whatever, you know what I mean? Real. And I start walking fast or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just get some, like, they school bus or whatever, they were like, one of them was like, yo, are you good? Because I was moving so fast, I was like, yep. And kept on moving, like, phew. For real though, because like it's like soon I'm gonna have to make it to school or whatever. You know what I mean? For real though, I can move faster than a mug. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? If I have to like be somewhere, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna like go like make it there. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, if I have to make it there or whatever. But y'all already know that. Y'all already know that. You know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, I was like, you know what I'm saying? It took a couple of days of like moving, like, walking, like, medium or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, not walking at pace or whatever. I still make it to my destination, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't, like, it's like I was, like, walking normally or whatever, whatnot. But, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, yesterday I just decided to start walking fast or whatever. You know what I'm saying? See how, like, that is or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't, just like I said, I don't want like, duck no more. You feel me? Right on. That's it. Real. Anyway, now I like, what I'm saying, just like, it was like, boom, I just like moved up, was walking and walking and walking, you know what I'm saying? Just like making sure that I like, make sure that I like look, you know what I'm saying, before I cross the streets and all that stuff like that, you know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, so yeah, like estimated to like the like courtyard of the school, like at like 5:33 or whatever when you know what I mean. Then I went up in the school or whatever when you know what I'm saying. Started walking on downstairs and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying. Looked at like a sign saying like all classes being relocated or whatever when you know what I mean. For real though. Anyway, so I walked into the cafeteria or whatever when you know what I mean? And it was like, what I'm saying, 5:34, you know what I mean? So I just like, put my stuff down or whatever when you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so after I did that, like, you know what I mean? I just like, walked into the gym or whatever when you know what I'm saying? Start waiting at, like, waiting in front of the cage or whatever when because we had to get the shit out there, you know what I mean? So that's what I did. I did that, you know what I'm saying? Randall, so, you know what I'm saying? I'm out there waiting and waiting and waiting for, like, you know what I'm saying? I think a couple of minutes or whatever went on, you know what I'm saying? It was a couple of hours, you know what I'm saying? For real though, but yeah, my teacher came, you know what I'm saying? For real though. And I didn't even allow myself to move, but like when I stand in front of the cage or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to like, mess up stuff up in there, you know what I mean? For real though. I mean, like they made it like, man, both of the gyms look like art class or whatever when I that's it, got stuff all like hanging around and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to mess up stuff or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? My teacher said we should be having class, we should have class up in here, but you know what I'm saying? They don't want to they don't want us to mess stuff up. They're saying, I'm like, I understand, you know what I'm saying? They don't want us to mess with the cheers or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? So I get what she was saying, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, because like the teachers knew that like set up for like the art class or whatever, whoever attend art class and all that. That's it for real though. So I can understand, you know what I'm saying? For real though. But we wasn't gonna touch nothing, we wasn't gonna touch nothing at all, you know what I'm saying? For real though. Anyway, so yeah, I mean like yeah, we just like went back to the cafeteria or whatever when and that's just to give me that chance or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I like, try to like do the combination or whatever when I came up with me because the combination I'm very sure that, you know what I'm saying? For real though. You know what I mean? So I just put the combination in or whatever when but it didn't like the combination not didn't budge or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? It didn't even open. So I was like, oh well, like you know what I'm saying? Not like didn't move it like fast or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I just like move it at in a slower pace or whatever when I. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Anyway, so yeah, but I'ma get it. Like sooner or later I'ma get that. You know what I'm saying? For real though. So I could open all the stuff up and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, and like, you could get anything that you need. Know what I'm saying? For real though. But anyway, yeah, I mean, like, shoot, I might as well do that, you know what I'm saying? For real though, because, like, I, like, you know what I'm saying, actually just, just, like, you know, go keep on, like, and, like, budgeting around with it, you know what I'm saying? For real though. So I could, like, see what's up or whatever, you know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, I'm already done with watching, like, you know, Tony and Ziva, you know what I'm saying, I'm already done with that. You know what I'm saying, I need to watch, like, you know, 4 episodes of it. You know what I'm saying, the 5th episode that's, like, you know, coming out in October, October the 2nd, or whatever, when I, you know what I mean, for real though, can't even hardly wait, you know, shit, for real though. Anyway, so, yeah, my, stuff is almost, like, you know, yeah, well, almost gonna get delivered here, you know what I'm saying? Alright, but once it get delivered here, cool, that's what's up, you know what I'm saying? Alright, anyway, so, yeah, it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be cool, it's alright, you know what I'm saying? Alright, anyway, so now I'm just up there, like, you know, chilling or whatever, one night, you know what I'm saying? Just up there, just, like, you know what I'm saying? Looking at, like, you know, horror animated stories and stuff like that about, like, you know, these porks and stuff like that and shit. I don't know about it. Not saying, like, you know, saying I think it's about, like, you know, it's saying park, like, you know what I'm saying, with roller coasters and stuff in it or whatever, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at least I saw one story that was like that, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I, like, you know, seen Jazz up there, like, you know, playing, like, you know, a prank on her, a friend or whatever, water, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, squeeze the bottom water all up in her face. That was crazy as ever. You know what I'm saying? For real though. For real though. She always inviting the people into, like, her pranks or whatever, whatnot, but yeah, that was some crazy stuff. I remember when she, like, you know, but kept on saying whoop-de-doo, you know, like, you know, in a video or whatever, whatnot. That was, like, yesterday or whatever, whatnot, you know what I mean? For real though, that was, like, something else. I was like, okay? I mean, like, that was, hey, for real, I remember when she said, when she kept on, like, you know, saying that she was, like, you know, like a fairy or something like that. I remember that video, or whatever, when it was like, she was, like, you know, up in, like, I think it was, like, her crib or HQ or something like that, you know what I'm saying? For real, up there, like, you know, cooking, like, you know, food for the, like, you know, the gang or whatever, you know what I mean? For real, anyway, so, yeah, she has some, like, crazy cooking skills. I'll tell you what, you know what I'm saying? For real though. I mean, like, shoot, I mean, like, yeah, like, Sammy's cat Cutie, she could cook her behind off, for real though, you know what I'm saying? Although she cooks some easy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes she don't be cooking easy stuff, you be, for real though, but she pulled through, you know what I'm saying? Especially on the shorts or whatever, whatnot, you know what I mean? For real though, that stuff be cool. Be cool as ever, you know what I'm saying? Be nice. They be making, like, good creations of sandwiches and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, like, that's cool. That's cool as ever. You know what I mean? I mean, like, yeah. I mean, like, too. Yeah, that's some, got good cooking skills or whatever, whatnot. You know what I mean? But around though. Anyway, yeah. I mean, like, too. Sometimes, like, yeah, they do be, like, you know, like, having some, like, you know, like, vegetables and stuff like that. You need shit for real though. I mean, like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, yeah, I remember, like, you know, when she bought some, like, you know what I'm saying, like, vegetables and stuff, and then, like, start eating it or whatever. That's some cool stuff. You know what I'm saying? For real though. But she be dumbing it down with them sandwiches though. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so yeah, I be, like, seeing her on, like, you know what I'm saying, nothing, like, trains, you know what I'm saying, all the time or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and she be on Instagram doing that stuff, you know what I'm saying, for real though. Anyway, it's cool. You know what I mean, she be doing her thing, for real though. But anyway, I'm just like, sit back, relax, chill. You know what I'm saying? Just like, watch these right here. Watch this, like, last, like, a few stories right here. You know what I'm saying? And just chill. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna go out there and then watch me, like, show or whatever or whatnot. Because yesterday I did see in the bayou, and that was crazy. That crocodile was tearing all their asses up. I'm for real though. Not saying tell most people ass up. You know what I'm saying? For real though, it was crazy. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Hit the bell on notifications so you see my next upload and my next post, and make sure I make another one tomorrow. And oh yeah, you guys check out my previous videos if you like. So long, farewell, goodbye.